hop it in there. We're gonna hop it straight into the question of the night.
No, I'm depressed now. I can't even talk.
No, we're gonna depress you even more. We're gonna depress you all the way. We're gonna depress you even more.
I'm actually scared.
They was actually talking about this a few weeks ago on the Casual Cola Show. I was curious to see your guys' opinions on this. Allie, I'm gonna ask you first, since you're the most innocent. No, wait, no, not Allie. Jack, I'm gonna ask you first. Since you're our special guest, you've been actually kind of quiet looking at your phone. Get the fuck off of Twitter. It's actually saying, what is your stance on the death penalty? Are you for it or against it?
Kill everybody.
Jack,
yeah. Now, while I've not done as much extensive research as I probably should have done for such a high-quality show as this.
Oh. Damn,
right, this isn't high-quality internet content with ferrets, you know, so...
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the death penalty it's a complicated topic. I think there are certain cases where it's something that should be done. However, at the same time, with the amount of people we've innocently killed, I think there needs to be maybe a little rethinking of it and how we currently do it.
Julien, I'm going to jump to you, give you the ball. What do you think about the death penalty? Because I know you have a fucked up opinion.
I mean, not really, man. It's one of those things that's like, it's really hard to discuss because man, I'm going to get down to like a circle on the ground with a metaphorical joint. Hey, man, what's to say that my life is more valuable than yours of an ant or whatever, man? So, like, it's one of those things, it's a tough one, man. I mean, I think that, like, it doesn't solve anything to kill someone, but, like, I think that if you put someone in jail and you make them sit there for a decade, oh boy, they'll learn something. But if you kill them, that's not going to do anything.
Tay actually bring up a good point in the chat. She said, I think the death penalty should be more for people that actually murder people. So, I hate to bring light of the bad situation with the Orlando shooting. Y'all will all probably say that.
Turn the lights off.
Right.
Oh, I'm excited for this conversation.
Oh,
I'm scared,
no.
dude.
So y'all will all probably say that guy deserves the death penalty, the guy for the Orlando shooting.
Does he, man?
Well, he's already dead.
Does he?
He's dead.
He's
Wait,
dead.
oh, true.
Wow,
Oh,
good job.
shit. Okay, if he
Wow,
was,
Anthony.
I forgot he killed
Damn it, Anthony.
Wait, no one should have my L's today.
So many L's. But Ruthless, I don't thought about you. If he wasn't dead, theoretically, does he deserve the death penalty? Let's put it like that.
It's complicated.
Why? Can you explain?
And I'll explain, yeah. For me, you know, I look at it from the attorney end of things, and it's like, I don't want him dead because I want to see him properly tried and actually dealt with for what he did. Now, there's been all kinds of things come out, everything from saying initially that he was with ISIS, and now we come out to find that he's really just been a closeted gay man who hated other gay people who were, you know, out and able to be free about it. So it's complicated for me. But, you know, I have friends of mine that I went to law school with in Orlando who have lost coworkers and loved ones and good friends. And I don't know that I could look them in the face and say, I want this guy alive because I think justice is this way. Yeah. So I won't say I disagree with the people that wanted him dead if he were alive, or the people that would want to, you know, leave him in jail for life if he were alive. Okay. I will say I would want him to have to atone for these crimes, and I don't know whether death is truly the best way to do that. I mean, there's a saying, it goes, there are some things worse than death. And maybe he was the person who needed to understand what that was. So,
yeah. For me, I think it should be really based on just what they want. Like, for me personally, I think it's bullshit that some people are like, oh, well, the life is like the worst thing, like to be in prison for life. Some people actually like in prison, dude. Like, lots of my family members like that, like being in prison. It's fucked up. So it's like, just, you know, do one of those mental health tests or whatever the fuck. And if he seems like he's not going to really like death a whole lot, give him death. He's an asshole. He killed many people. But if he's a guy who's like, I want to die, like this guy, I wouldn't want the death penalty for the Orlando shooter because he shot himself. So clearly, death wasn't really like, oh man, like he'd be okay.
For like those type of people, it's
reminds
like,
me of that
you
scene
wanted to
from
avoid, you know,
from
like, yeah.
Captain
Go ahead.
America Civil War, where the guy is about to shoot himself and he says, "You do not have death or something like that. Death is not for you. I'm not done with you." Whatever the line was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, that's what he wanted, but no, he's not going to get it.
Yeah, like death is easy way out, and like for those people, maybe they should suffer. So.
Because the guy who killed Christina Grimmine, like that,
Yeah.
YouTube star, I would have loved if someone grabbed the gun from him and just kept his ass alive so he can get the shit beat out of him every day for like 10 years. That would have been amazing. But like now he got the easy way out. He's gone now. So it's like, man, fuck.
There
That's
needs to
also
be.
why we should all conceal carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Allie. Go ahead.
I was about to say there needs to be a Ramsey bulletin for these type of people. Need to torture them Theon Greyjoy style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, not killing them, but
That's true.
Still.
take away their manhood or something. Like that's what they deserve.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Hey,
Go
okay, you
Allie.
want to go out and murder innocent people? Fine. That will be the consequence.
Munich?
Hey,
Well,
he
you
can
gotta
survive,
sound
but
like
he will definitely have his pride taken away from him, and that's what he should deserve.
I feel like a lot more people would go out and kill people. Be like, hey, you know what? I was looking for, that trans operation. I'm just going to go kill a couple people, get my dick sucked off.
But I just wanted to ask one more question to everybody. Going back to the Florida incident, I hate to keep bringing this up, but Allie, I'm going to ask you first. Do you think, that was a whole span of the weekend, and like Corey said, not even to mention the gun situations that don't even get mentioned on the news. Like it was one in Chicago that 90s was telling me about. Do you think it's a gun issue or a bigger problem, Allie?
So about like just
Like come on, like Christina Grimmine getting shot after her concert, and then like the following day you got the Orlando shooting.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a gun issue because I just feel like, of course it happens in other countries, but not as frequently as here. So and they have more strict gun control. Like they don't even allow guns, right, in some countries. So
Yeah.
I just feel like I know people are like, oh, you can't take away my Second Amendment, but let's just make it really difficult for people to get it. How can people just casually go get a gun? There's something
Well,
wrong
here's
there.
the thing about the Second Amendment. It is the Second Amendment because it protects the First.
Mhm.
It is required for any situation for free speech to remain.
Okay, can I just ask you, what is? I know this is bad, but I don't give a shit. But what's the very First Amendment?
First Amendment, it protects your free speech.
Yeah.
What the hell does it do with guns, man?
Because here's the thing: when countries start limiting free speech, when they start saying you cannot say this or you'll be jailed, and you have guns as a backup. A guy in Germany was arrested for making a Hail Hitler dog video.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hilarious. At the same time, it just shows you where this goes when you do not have guns, when you do not have that fundamental free speech, and then the guns right below that to protect that.
Absurd! You guys didn't even say, in Iowa, a fucking 4-year-old shot himself last week also. No one's talking about this shit.
Oh, shit,
It's
really?
fucking crazy what is happening. The fact that, honestly, as an American, I'm kind of sad I can't go to Walmart at 3 in the morning and get my wife beater, my Hot Pockets, and my AR-15. That fucking sucks. But, Jesus Christ, if gun laws don't change, I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like as a person, I have as much, everyone has their way of saying something, and I'm shouting as fucking loud as I can about these guns, and it's fucking, I'm losing it, man. I'm losing it.
No, Julian, calm down.
Hey,
Justin,
hey,
I'm with
good
you.
guy off.
It's so frustrating when people are just so freaking concerned about I want to keep my gun, whatever. I'll probably never shoot. But it's these people over here are getting shot, killed. This again, like a kid being able to just take a gun from their parent and just shooting themselves accidentally or shooting another person.
That's not a problem for the law. That's a problem for parents.
Dude, it doesn't matter. The parent
Yeah,
can't
it doesn't.
It does matter.
It does matter because it's my right, and you cannot take that away from me. And if you try, people are going to say no because that's
I read
our
something
right.
about when those rights were written. Black people didn't have rights, women didn't have rights. You think those rules are so fucking good? They're fucking stupid. They need.
It's funny an example of when they wrote the Constitution and the first 10 amendments. But here's the deal: the Black Panthers wouldn't have existed without legal gun ownership in the U.S. And if you think half of the things that have been done since the Civil War ended in Black people's favor would have happened the same way they would have without the potential threat that each person here could be armed, you've lost your mind. I'm not saying that every single person needs to have 300 guns in their in a gun locker inside their house.
Which would be nice,
What I am saying is that there needs to be a responsible change in how we treat guns in this country. I don't like the idea that a woman was shot herself because her gun went off in her purse because she didn't have the safety on and she was taking it around with her. I don't like the idea of that. I don't like the 4-year-old that shot his grandmother for that. But at the same time, I do like the woman who shot her potential rapist and is now perfectly fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have to balance the two things. You cannot be so extreme that you say get rid of all the guns and still not deal with the crime problem that we have in this country that has nothing to do with legal gun ownership.
The main thing that has to be said, though, is, I think a lot of us talking, or a lot of people are talking out of, just inexperience. I'll tell you this much, and I wish Ganja was here because he could probably add in something on this part, very, very important. But you had to put yourself in a situation. I've been in a situation. I've had people point guns at my dad when I was, 10 years old. And my dad had 2 fucking guns in his car, one in his pocket, one in the car, actually. And, we would have been probably, robbed or beat the shit off or probably killed, but my dad pulled out his gun and pointed it and said, I'll shoot you first. And, if you guys go back, with this whole Orlando shooting thing, there's text messages of that kid who died and his mom going back and forth.
That was heartbreaking.
It's Mom, I'm gonna die. I love you. Imagine if that kid would have had a gun, he would have been okay. You know what I mean?
That is not true at all.
Yes, it is.
It's not
what
guaranteed.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Julien. I just think that, it could help in some situations, but at this moment, when this guy goes into this club, I really don't think it's going to help that much. It's just, there's pandemonium going on. Probably guy couldn't probably get a good, clear shot at because everyone's running around screaming. So that's only going to make it worse. The guy's probably going to shoot someone who was in the club and who isn't actually the guy who's shooting everyone up.
Well, if that was the case, we would have 2 people dead rather than 50.
Well, and I think also there's the shooting at the military base. There was the guy who no one else was armed except that dude, and if that guy didn't have his gun on him on that day, even though he was charged with criminal charges for owning a rifle on base, he stopped the dude from killing more people. So that's the problem.
So I've got a few points, and I won't.
Complicated issues with this.
I want to bounce it off you guys. So there's 3 things. Fully automatic guns are illegal. These are the guns where you can hold down the trigger and it will fire continually. The AR-15s now are a semi-automatic. You pull the trigger, 1 bullet goes out. So it's not just you hold it down and spray, but you have to pull the trigger. Now, even if we did ban guns, banned 100% of guns, in 100 years, the United States would still have this problem. Yeah. So this isn't something that's going to go away because guns are something that everyone has. And the United States has hundreds of thousands, millions of guns. This is not going to go away. And even if we do ban guns, the people who are going to use the said guns for evil purposes are going to get them anyways.
Look, I'm sorry, I need to fucking say this. I'm sorry, no, I'm interrupting. It's happening. Look, I don't give a fuck. Guns, 1, need to be harder to get. No, don't give a shit. Just has to be harder to get. You need to fill out a form, put your name on it, put your address, 1, 2, 3, send in 3 tops from a cereal box. Okay.
No, I think Justin, Julie, I think they agree. They saying it's just people are still gonna have abortion, drugs. They're all illegal, and you're not supposed to have them, but it's still a drug war. People.
Okay.
So, if this has happened in Texas, where people are very prideful about their guns and they know how to use them, that guy would have been so quickly dead with multiple bullet holes through him.
Julie.
No, I won't say that.
People are trained with their guns, and perhaps we need to train people with guns. When they get a concealed permit, we should teach them how to use it. And that way, when someone comes in with a gun who's crazy, you can just quick draw, and then he's dead. there's a guy who can quick draw and shoot 3 targets with 100% accuracy in less than 30 milliseconds.
But Cross, one thing to just, and I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but like one thing that Allie brought up, because we were on this, it's just like there is a lot of pandemonium going on. Like honestly, I'm a gun supporter. I think we should have guns, but at the same time though, we can't say that one guy who bought a gun is going to be like the best shooter in the whole fucking world. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, dude. That guy probably would have died. Like, you have to keep in mind that, no one's like, it's hard to shoot a gun, dude. Like, I can't hit shit when I shoot.
Well, and that's what I say too, because I'm a gun owner. I have a huge closet here full of guns. But the big thing is that all the people that I work with, all the people I shoot guns with who are gun owners, we take extra special caution to train people, especially new people who have never touched a gun before. We train them in every single possible way to make sure they know how to use safety, they know how to not point at other people, they know how to hold a gun responsibly, all that kind of stuff. And I think that's the big issue here. I mean, it's like Jack said. It's like guns will be available no matter how, no matter what. If we ban anything, they'll just put them on the black market. What I'm saying, though, is the big problem is that people like that do. We need to solve the problem at the personal level. It's kind of the same thing like you were saying, Anthony, with Columbine. Everyone blamed video games for violent behavior.
Video games
it's just all these things are. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always a tool, a thing that's being blamed.
Everybody needs a scapegoat.
Exactly. And guns, yes, guns kill. Guns are bad in that sense. But not everyone who owns a gun is a crazy psycho killer who's going to go into a nightclub and shoot people. I think that's the problem. Is that someone said it best, and I posted on the chat that dude doesn't represent every Muslim. So why should he represent every gun owner? Why should we treat every gun owner?
I want to get into that. I want to get into that Muslim thing.
Up to you, but like, there's literally nothing that infuriates me more than the fucking John Wayne argument. Well, if he would have just, flipped out his holster, pulled out his gun, would have had a clean shot at his head. Yo, fuck off. That is such a dumb argument.
Well, would you rather have 50 people dead or 2?
Man, you can't say that. Do you know how fucking disrespectful that is to every single person that died in there, man? So, like, well, if they would have had a gun. Like, fuck that, man.
They would have,
No, man. So you're saying that people should go and train to be like a shooter?
I think everyone should have a gun.
That is not the right way of thinking, man.
No. Well, then you can be defenseless.
It's fine if you don't want to have a gun.
That's how we get monkeys with guns! Shit!
He said it! He said it!
Remember my point, and I'm going to ask you, Justin, since you're a gun owner. Okay, this is the reason why I'm like, okay, we can't ban guns because people can still get them. But on an emotional standpoint, where do you tell that family that this problem will continue to go on? There's no real solution to it. If you ban guns, people are still going to get them. You can't ban bad people because it's still bad people. So
and even if you do ban all of it, you have what happened in Paris, where those people were trapped in the Bataclan, and they had to wait for the police to get there.
And also the thing is, even banning guns, my time when I lived in England, even though they have really harsh gun control and really strict laws to get guns, people stab each other all the time in England. They have a huge knife problem where people are just getting stabbed all around. So it's all going to be that.
Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's just a matter that people become violent, and it's not really taking things away. It's training people to become better people and keeping crazy people away from guns.
Let's go down the line. We can talk about this more in after us because I see it's a very, 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 very interesting
very
discussion.
Calm, peaceful conversation.
If you hear me, man, I want you to get your final words off in a very calm manner, man. Calm yourself down. Usa, why do you think everybody having a gun is a bad idea?
No. First of all, I think guns are cool, obviously. I'm a guy. The matter is,
what the fuck? Ant has just walked off entirely.
This was like trolling on Julian's part.
I quit. Julian, next time. No, Julian. Next time you have a good argument, don't start off your argument with guns are cool. Like, it's completely invalid.
Hey man, I gotta get everyone knowing I'm on their side. Hey, they're cool.
Like, here's your point. Like, Julian, here's your point that she was smash that shit.
Fucking Hulk smashed that shit.